Sardella, members of North Reading School Committee, Dr. Troughton, faculty, staff, parents, guests, relatives, friends, and most of all, members of the class of 2000. Welcome to the first graduation exercises at North Reading High School for the new millennium. To the class of 2000, I would like to share with you some thoughts, first penned by Henry David Thoreau. If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now, put foundations under them. May the future be yours, class of 2000. Dr. David S. Troughton, Superintendent of Schools, will now deliver the charge to the graduates.
As Superintendent of Schools, it's my pleasure to extend my personal congratulations to each of our seniors and to welcome our parents, families, staff members, and friends to the graduation exercises at North Reading High School.
You're a mean one,
the class of 2000.
Mr. Grinch.
Tonight is a time of celebration and happiness. We're gathered here this evening to wish you well and to recognize your accomplishments, to offer some advice for the future, and to confer on you a diploma in recognition of your fulfillment of the requirements of graduation from North Reading High School. On behalf of the staff and the North Reading School Committee, I extend to each of you, the members of the class of 2000, my personal congratulations and best wishes. We're all very proud of your fine accomplishments. As individual students and as a class, you have distinguished yourselves in academics, athletics, the arts, and extracurricular activities. The road to graduation has not been easy for the class of 2000. Your time here has been marked by both joy and sadness, and you are to be commended for your hard work, your commitment to excellence, and above all, your strong sense of caring for your school and your classmates in times of need. Along the way, you've demonstrated your capacity to learn, and you've met the high standards set for graduation here at North Reading High School. You've been challenged to be thinking, creative, and responsible individuals who are confident and committed to excellent service and lifelong learning. The class of 2000 is prepared to step into a new century and a new millennium. As Superintendent of Schools, it is my honor and privilege to present the charge to the graduates. Much like a judge's instructions to the jury, the superintendent's charge to the graduates embodies a final set of instructions to students. In a way, the charge to the graduates is our one last lesson and our one last opportunity prior to your departure from North Reading High School. Much like the assignment of an English essay or the completion of a project in science or social studies, the development of the theme for the charge to the graduates looms over me. Throughout the year, I collect ideas for the charge from a variety of sources. As the month of June approaches, my level of anxiety is heightened, and I'm admonished to keep my remarks brief. What will the topic be for the charge? Which event, which contribution to humankind, or which individual deserves special consideration? This year, the theme and the selection of that theme emerged from an event that from observers around the world was more than a mere coincidence. For me, the final publication of the beloved Peanuts cartoon and the simultaneous death of its creator, Charles Schulz, on February 13th, struck more than a chord of poignancy. This was truly a good grief experience. Read by millions throughout the world for close to 50 years, Peanuts is one of my favorite cartoons. First published in October of 1950, Peanuts includes the world of Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and a gang of pre-adolescents with short legs. The humor is subtle, and the messages seem innocent when compared to the world of The Simpsons or King of the Hill or South Park. Through 50 years of daily comics, numerous books and films, Schultz left a world with a legacy of wisdom that encompasses philosophy, psychology, and theology in the daily adventures of Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and company. Good grief! A Charlie Brown Christmas tree, the great pumpkin, and happiness is live in the collective conscience of millions throughout the world. And as Lynn Johnston, author of the cartoon series For Better or Worse, and a longtime friend and colleague of Schultz, wrote on the occasion of the 45th publication of Peanuts, when one has created a moment, it remains on this earth long after the craftsman has vanished. When one has left a legacy, it is divided and divided throughout generation and generation, the fragments becoming more valuable, more meaningful as the years go by. Through nearly half a century, Peanuts remains a constant in a world of change. Charlie Brown never entered the world of technology and the me generation. Schultz's critics complained that Charlie Brown was insensitive to social issues and not representative of multiculturalism or globalization. Peanuts never aimed to be politically correct. Instead, Peanuts in the world of Charlie Brown speak to the themes of perseverance, hope, and human frailties. As Schultz once wrote, all the loves of my comic strips are unrequited. All the baseball games are lost, except the one this Saturday, and all the test scores are D-minuses, and the great pumpkin never comes, and the football is always pulled away from Charlie Brown at the last minute. How then do these themes of insecurities and doubt inked in the lives of these characters form the basis for a charge to the graduates? I would ask each of you, the graduates of the class of 2000, to live a Charlie Brown life. Be a Charlie Brown. Have faith that all things will turn out well. Believe in the impossible despite adversity. Always try to do the right thing. Pick yourself up when the going gets tough. Delight in the simple pleasures of friends and ponder the big questions of the universe and creation. Charlie Brown always felt that he would hit that winning home run or kick that football despite Lucy's last minute to thwart his success. Be a Snoopy. Look for the possibilities and new adventures. Be a dreamer. Have dogged determination. Write that novel. Take lots of naps. Be confident in yourself. Contemplate the clouds from atop your doghouse. Snoopy's adventure as the World War I flying ace, his persistent attempts to write a novel, and his philosophical observations on the world of humans demonstrates that dogs really are smarter than humans. We can learn much from this black-eared beagle. Be a Lucy. Be available as a good friend and a listener. Be a cheerleader and a champion for others. With Lucy, the doctor was always in, and at 5 cents, the cost of her advice was cheap. Her frequent admonitions of, "You blockhead, Charlie Brown," and her efforts to prevent Charlie Brown from ever kicking that football served to ground Charlie Brown in reality. Lucy's a plugger. She's a realist. Be a Lucy. Be a Linus. Have the wisdom to know that you need to depend on a security blanket from time to time. Be sure to reach out to others. Seek the advice of family, friends, and loved ones. The image of Linus clutching a security blanket reminds us that life can be difficult. Be sure to take one security blanket with you along the way. And lastly, make a list of happiness is statements and update it daily. You will need constant reminders of the pleasures that come from the simple gifts of family, friends, work, and the seasons of the year. Find happiness in all that you do, and be sure that you're on someone else's happiness list. My charge to you, the members of the class of 2000, is to live a Charlie Brown life, follow your dreams, be determined to kick that football, and see the beauty and wisdom in simple things. Good grief, Charlie Brown. I think these seniors are ready to graduate. Thank you, and God bless.
Good evening, members of the school committee, Dr. Troughton, Dr. Papagiotis, Mr. Pesci, faculty and staff, family and friends, Andy Street, and the class of 2000. Well, it's a beautiful afternoon out there for graduation. I didn't have much prepared to talk about today.
Talk about the future!
I can talk about the future. Yes, what better example of something we've always wanted out of the future than graduation day? You know, that elusive thing we've always wanted but never thought would arrive? The future. Well, it's not here yet. I mean, look around. It's the 21st century and what, no flying cars, no underwater cities, no Jetsons? I, for one, am not impressed. No, the future at which we've arrived may not be dramatically different from the past from which we've come. But there are subtle differences between the world today and the world, say, 10 years ago. And what a long, strange trip it's been. The internet, for example, has grown in leaps and bounds, becoming an integral part of our everyday lives, and will soon become self-aware and begin to take over the planet. And speaking of computers, yes, the infamous Y2K bug has come and gone, leaving in its wake thousands of news reporters who actually thought something was going to happen. In a broader sense, however, think about that. We are the class of 2000. There's something special about that. It's an end, it's a beginning, it's many things. But the most important thing that this year represents is us. The class of 2001 can harp all they want about their year signifying the real beginning of the new millennium, but we will always be the class of the new millennium with big capital letters. Besides, the class of 2000 just sounds better. So I thought I'd tell a little story. So there I was, sitting in front of my computer, thinking of what I'd like to say in my big graduation day speech. And I thought and thought and thought some more and got up and got a snack and thought a little more. And suddenly 2 a.m. rolled around and I had a spark of intuition. And I knew what my little inkling of wisdom for the day would be. You cannot greet the future without first making peace with the past. And I thought, that's what you can do, Joe. You can publicly make peace with everyone while you have the soapbox all to yourself. And what better way to make peace with others than to apologize for past wrongs? So, here goes. To the basketball team, I'm sorry. I know I've gotten on your nerves, both on and off the court, several times over the 7 years we've had together. But this past season was something special that I will never forget. So while I apologize to you guys, I also thank you for some fantastic memories. To the Slackers crew. I'm sorry about some of those factoids, guys. I know some of those segments got pretty bad. But then again, so did the entire show sometimes. I guess it'll always be a source of twisted pride knowing that Media One isn't allowed to produce any more live shows in Reading, all because of us. To Dr. Saul, sorry about the first quarter of this year. That was kind of rough. To Ms. Morano, I'm sorry that all your prodding never paid off and that I never got a chance to audition for any of the shows. But I think you had plenty of opportunity to yell and scream at me in 3 years of working backstage, so I think we're even. To Coach Kipnis, I'm sorry for every time you've ever had to yell, "Oh my God, Bo, what are you doing out there?" To my parents, well, that list is a little too long for a short speech like this. I'll save that one for another day. How about I sum it up? I'm sorry for everything there is to be sorry for. To everyone here today, if there's something I've done to annoy, anger, torment, badger, harass, irk, vex, bother, tease, or nettle you, I apologize now. To Janessa Kirschning, I'm sorry I never got the chance to know you better. And to Kristen Callahan, I'm sorry I could not be a better friend. As you can see, my apologies aren't all so lighthearted. And while some of the earlier ones may have brought a smile to your face, I'm sure the last two did not. This is perhaps because of the bitter irony present, that no matter how many times I apologize to Janessa or to Kristen, neither will hear my words as you all do today. Neither girl was a bad person or in any way deserved her fate, but the fact remains that each is gone from our presence forever. So when I apologize to them, I am resigned to hoping that wherever they are, whatever they understand. But I don't have that problem with all of you. I know that while I'm up here, I have most of your attention, and I know that my words are being heard. Because if there's one thing I've learned from the deaths of friends, it is that sometimes you don't get a second chance to tell them that you're their friend, that you love them, or simply that you're sorry. And because few things hurt more than the missed opportunity to do so. So, here I am, making peace with the past so I can, in true cliche graduation day form, greet the future with open arms. The future will be full of chances, but I doubt that I will ever again have the chance to address my entire graduating class, assembled as we are today. And it would be a shame if I missed the chance to tell you all that I am pleased and proud to be a member of the class of 2000. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm going to be honest. When I was told that I would be giving a speech today, I was not thrilled with the idea, and I had a difficult time coming up with topics. Ideas came from everywhere. Some people said to talk about them, some said the future, but that's already been done, and others said baseball. Baseball sounded good to me because, as anyone who knows me can attest, I love to talk about baseball. I did not want this to sound like the baseball banquet rather than graduation, however. So I thought about what baseball has really done for me and found many similarities to my experiences throughout high school. The love of the game aside, baseball and school relate more than one might think. Baseball has always driven me to work hard and to be the best that I could be. Now, I know that this was not always the case in high school, especially in the closing months of our careers. But I'm sure that there are one or two times when we each had to bear down a little bit to get the job done in order to get that good grade. This element of hard work leads to competition. Competition is obvious in baseball because there are two teams playing to determine a winner and a loser. But it is different for school. Competition exists when it comes to grades, and the entire college process on the whole is one big competition. Obviously, this competition is not quite the same as that for an athletic event, but it is competition nonetheless. Now, I know some of you may not agree with me when I say there's competition for grades, but I can remember many instances when a student who seemed to show little concern about his grades would ask other students what they received and, upon hearing that his own score was better, would begin to cheer in a similar way to one might after making a big play. Competition and hard work are important in baseball and in high school, but I do not think that those are the things we will find most important as we continue with our lives. Rather, the friends and good times we had together are what really matter most. The baseball team is like a family that has been built since freshman year when we started playing together. Although some friendships from school were started in elementary school, many of them, as in my own case, did not really take off until high school. On the baseball field, we turn double plays, hit cutoffs, and take batting practice. In school, we sit through lectures, go to classes, and work together to finish a task, and more often than not, have a good time doing it. The baseball team wins together and loses together, celebrating the wins and lamenting the losses. Through each, however, we become a stronger team and that much more focused. As a class, we have definitely had our highs and lows. We all know that we like to celebrate on the weekends, sometimes just because it is the weekend. Along with the good, however, we have struggled through the bad. All these experiences have made our class a tight-knit group of friends. Although I think almost all of you have something in your lives that means as much as baseball means to me. Whether it be music, cars, work, girlfriends or boyfriends, or even other sports. Something you feel is most important, and it probably is. But whether we know it or not, high school has changed us and made us who we are today. Whether it was that one class you really enjoyed, or maybe it was that teacher you talked to a lot, or maybe it was a time spent learning in Power Block. High school has provided us with experiences and friendships that will last forever. Good luck, class of 2000, and to my boys in the baseball team, we've got a state title to win.
There you go, you'll have it all now.
I hope so. Hopefully. Good evening. As many of you may well know, the end of senior year is an incredible time, and I'm not referring only to the parties, to graduation, or even, after many long years, to the end of high school. It is a time to look forward into the future, perhaps with excitement and anticipation, or perhaps with fear and anxiety, but also to look back and reminisce about the past. It's been a long ride to get to this ceremony today, and I'm sure I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. After years of quizzes, projects, papers, SATs, and exams, we are finally ready to graduate. But after the myriad of classes we have taken, what do we really take away with us? I highly doubt that most of us will remember how to integrate a polynomial expression, or just what the point was in Shakespeare's Hamlet, or even when or when not to use the subjunctive in foreign languages. What then have we really accomplished here? The answer is simple, and it's so obvious that I have overlooked it for many years. The lessons that we have learned are the important lessons that will better prepare us for life. While we may not remember anything more about biology except that ATP is the battery of the cell, we will never forget the death of a friend or a loved one, or when we first learn that life isn't always fair, or that people sometimes can be cruel. As many of us have already found out, saying goodbye is never easy, especially to friends, mentors, teachers, and family. We will have to face these kinds of hardships daily, but it is how we will face these inevitable struggles that will help us to continue. Every time that we face adversity, but go on, we have learned something. We have learned not to give up. After all, life is just too short to quit. And although we cannot control others, how we carry ourselves through tough times will determine our character, morality, and humanity. I would like to share something with you that a wise teacher once told me, and it is a lesson that I will carry with me always. When I struggle with something, and I am unsure if I can continue on, I remember these words. Every time that you land face first in the dirt, but pick yourself back up, you are paying your dues. It's easy to turn away when faced with a challenge, but does that ever really pay off? Although it may sound a bit cliche, life is a contact sport, and there will be hardships and suffering along the way. But every bump and bruise reminds us of who we are and what we have had to overcome to get where we are. On a positive note, much like in sports, there is a physical element to life, and it is the people that we meet along the way that make life truly worth living. Once again, this is another lesson that I have only learned recently, but I know that I will value those friendships that I have made here. And when things seem the bleakest, we can always look back and remember those who have helped us, whether they be family, friends, teachers, or mentors, and we can think of where we have come from. So, North Reading High School, it is time to say goodbye, but we will always remember you. Thank you, and best wishes for the future.
I begin the announcement of the scholarships and awards of the class of 2000, I would like to thank Josh Greenstein, Ty Vassapoli, and their crew for helping us this evening make a connection for the auditorium so everybody could see this graduation. Thank you, Josh, and everybody. At this time, it's my privilege to announce the scholarship and award winners for the class of 2000. I would ask the recipients, once your names are called, to please stand and remain standing. And for those of you in the audience, to please hold your applause till all the recipients have been recognized. The James R. and Barbara E. Aylwood Memorial Scholarship, Jennifer Cronin. Nedio E. Barrasso and Mary Barrasso Memorial Scholarships, David Bailey, Paula Welsh. Joseph Gavin Keep the Faith Scholarship, Kristen Benkin. Stephen Gregory Scholarship, Clinton Mitchner. James Gregory Hannon Scholarship, Erica Gavin. Edith F. Holt Memorial Scholarship, Robert Paul. E. Ethel Little School Scholarships, Joseph Bodell, Merrill Corbin, Caitlin Maloney, Bryant Johns. Hunt Memorial Scholarship, Craig Hansen. Frank W. and Glenn A. Kenrick Memorial Scholarship, Andrew Street. Nicholas J. Morano Memorial Scholarship, David Bailey. Nicholas Martino Memorial Scholarships, Adam Kakambris, Lauren McAuliffe. Walter Miller Scholarship, George Lopez. Michael J. Mitten Memorial Scholarship, Anthony Vidala. Mount Carmel Order of Eastern Star Scholarship, Jamie Maslar. Moynihan Lumber Scholarship, Jessica Marks. Reading, North Reading Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, Jean Luongo, Shannon Lane. North Reading Community YMCA Scholarship, Adam Forrest. North Reading Education Association Scholarship, Aaron Melanson. North Reading Golden Age Scholarship, Andrew Street. North Reading Little League Scholarship, Adam Kakambris. North Reading League of Women Voters Scholarship, Pamela Dukeshire. North Reading Music Boosters Scholarships, Caitlin Corrett, Katrina Parsons, Elizabeth Vaughn, Andrew String, Tiffany Goddard, Merrill Corbin. North Reading Rotary Club Scholarship, Elizabeth Vaughn. North Reading Youth Basketball Scholarships, Michael Visaki, Sarah Dardino. North Reading Youth Soccer Scholarships, Maria Elena Giannoni, John O'Neill, Caitlin O'Neill, Kenneth DeLovo. North Reading Youth Softball Scholarships, Sarah Dardino, Michelle Ridings. North Reading Youth Football Scholarships, Diana Bellavance, George Lopez. Edward Sapienza Scholarship, Douglas Howell. Bonnie Symes Memorial Scholarship, Caitlin Corrett. James Skinner Memorial Scholarship, Joshua Campbell. Richard K. Smith Memorial Scholarship, Jason Ethier. Janessa Kirschning Memorial Scholarship, Pamela O'Rourke, Paula Welsh. Edward J. and Phyllis E. Coakley Scholarship, Thomas Fagella. Nancy Freeman Memorial Scholarship, Joseph Bodell. Massachusetts Elk Scholarship, Lauren McAuliffe. Tomorrow's Teacher Scholarship, Maria Elena Giannoni. Stoneham Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, Diana Solari. Emerson College Trustees Scholarship, Paula Welsh. Reading Municipal Light Department Scholarships, Joshua Campbell, Kristen Benkin. And the North Reading Cultural Council Arts Scholarship, Caitlin Maloney, David Bailey. Congratulations. Now, the following students have been selected as Dollars for Scholars recipients from the class of 2000. Again, I'd ask you to, when your name is called, to please remain standing and to please hold your applause till all have been acknowledged. Dollars for Scholars recipients for the class of 2000. David Bailey, Kristen Benkin, Angelique Bolduck, Kelly Butler, Joshua Campbell, Caitlin Corrett, Everett Chesley, Merrill Corbin, Kristen DeVoe, Pamela Dukeshire, Sarah Philibrown, Adam Forrest, Christopher Fritson, Erica Gavin, Marielena Giannoni, Joshua Greenstein, Carrie Guthrie, Douglas Howell, Michael Letzisen, Megan Lewis, Caitlin Maloney, Caitlin O'Neill, Pamela O'Rourke, Robert Paul, Crystal Pearson, Michelle Ridings, Susan Roth, Brian Salt, Diana Solari, Natalie Spinos, Matthew Spry, Andrew String, Elizabeth Vaughn, Christopher Venezia, and Jenny Lee Wilkinson. Congratulations. Thank you. It is my pleasure now to introduce to you Ms. Nancy Sardella, Chairperson of the North Reading School Committee. Ms. Sardella.
Good evening. Tonight is truly an exciting moment in your young lives. It is a celebration of you. Having faced both triumph and tragedy, you now possess a keen awareness of the frailty of life. It is because of this frailty that you must rise to meet every challenge, work diligently to overcome every obstacle, and take pride in all of your accomplishments. Those challenges and accomplishments, and yes, even failures, have woven together to form the tapestry of your life. From the first thread to the final knot, you have had and will continue to have many opportunities to stretch your mind and lift your soul. As I stand here this evening, I am struck by bittersweet emotions. As the chairwoman of the school committee, I should impart sage words of wisdom to you. But as a mom of one of the graduates, I, like all of your parents and family members here, am brimming with pride and overcome with a kaleidoscope of memories, starting with the first thread of your tapestry, the day you came into our lives. Do you remember that first day of school? Doesn't September 1987 feel like it was yesterday? How could you have grown so fast? How did your tapestry become so full, the colors so vibrant? I know it was just yesterday that we packed your snack for the first day of kindergarten. Did you have a He-Man or a My Little Pony on your lunchbox? Do you remember how you felt as you climbed aboard the school bus with a crown on your head and a name tag around your neck? How brave you were as you waved goodbye. You found a new friend and started to weave your tapestry on your own. How sad we were to wave goodbye and realize that we were no longer the center of your universe, but now a fixture on the sidelines. Take a moment now and look at the person sitting on each side of you. Do you remember the first time you met? Was it nursery school, on the school bus, on the field, perhaps in a dancing class or at a scouting event? Think of all the times you've shared together, all the memories that you have created, and all the colorful threads you have woven. I'm sure it was just last week when half of you descended upon Chestnut Street so full of vim and vigor, sporting new cleats and water bottles and ready to play soccer. I think it was more like magnet ball, if I recall correctly. There was a time when a plie and a curtsy were terribly confusing. And just how were you supposed to shoot the puck or catch the football with all that equipment on? not to mention sink a basketball when the rim was as high as the sky. But then you grew. Elementary school opened up an entire world of possibilities. You made volcanoes explode. You watched baby chicks emerge from their shells. You learned to play an instrument and how to write a story. Math was more than 2 + 2, and reading was, yes, actually fun. The rainforest came alive for you at the Museum of Science, and you were finally able to catch that ball. Remember the 5 positions in ballet, and stop with your skates instead of the boards. I ask you to look out at the crowd tonight and search out your families. As the memories come flooding back to you, I am sure the tears are filling their eyes. For we see not young adults, but babies in our arms. We remember the day you took your first step, and the day the training wheels came off your bike. We remember your first day of middle school, the all-school fairs, your first date, and your first tears. Reach out and feel the love that surrounds you this evening. This is the love that has given you the courage and strength to meet new challenges, to weave new threads. As Tevye sang on his daughter's wedding day, when did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday when they were small? Tonight we let go again. Just as we let go of your hand and watch you take your first steps, just as we let go of you as you rode your two-wheeler for the first time. For tonight we let go with angst and trepidation, but we are entrusting you with the values to lead a good life, with the hopes that you will be happy and successful, and the prayers that you will always find your way home. Etch this picture in your mind, for time moves all too quickly, and this too will soon be just another thread. For graduation is both an end and a beginning. It is an end to being a hornet, of high school musicals and science fairs, of wearing the green and gold. But graduation is also a beginning of new possibilities, of opportunities and choices and newfound independence. Tonight, another set of training wheels will be removed. As your childhood is put away, a young adult will ride away. Your green and gold threads are knotted off. It's time to add new colors. In speaking for your parents, grandparents, and all of those who love you, I would like to leave you with a few lines from a song by Savage Garden. Please remember, I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. I knew I loved you before I met you. I wished you into my life. Congratulations, and God bless you all. Before I confer the diplomas, I'd like to ask all of you to stand for one moment in recognition of 2 members of your class who are no longer with us physically, but will live in our hearts, in our minds forever. Please stand for Janessa Kirschning and Kristen Callahan. Please be seated.
Jason Ethier. Chris Venezia. Brian Salt. Rob DeCola. Kelly Butler. Joe Bodell. Andrew Street. David Bailey. Kristen Benkin. Michael Badalato. Dan Austin. Jennifer Andrade. Michelle Anderson. Dan Anastasi. Maria Lena Giannoni. Lauren McAuliffe. Anthony Vidala. Caitlin O'Neill. Adam Forrest. Caitlin Corrett. Everett Chesley. Clay Cheever. Marisa Castrini. Carly Kazaza. John Carlson. Josh Campbell. Cindy Bukash. Joseph Bonfiglio. William Berry. Joel Berg. Diana Bellavance. Cynthia Bowden. Crystal Bowden. Christopher Fritzen. Sean Foley. Thomas Fagella. Pamela Dukeshire. Anthony DeSalvo. Kristen DeVoe. Christine D'Souza. Kenneth DeLovo. Sarah Dardino. Charles Curry. Jennifer Cronin. Benjamin Costa. Merrill Corbin. Kimberly Conrad. Jonathan Cody. Matthew James. Kenneth Hudson. Douglas Howell. Christopher Horton. Jody Heffernan. Craig Hansen. Jennifer Halleck. Kerry Guthrie. Matthew Gurry. Andrew Gurry. Jonathan Greer. Thomas Greenwood. Josh Greenstein. William Grant. Tiffany Goddard. Brian Gill. Erica Gavin. Jamie Maslar. Jessica Marks. Marissa Mancuso. Caitlin Maloney. Laura Maloney. Jonathan Malik. Kristen Lynch. Jean Luongo. Amy Lovatier. Rich Luanis. Matt Luanis. George Lopez. Michael Letzeisen. Kathleen Legier. Shannon Lane. David Kelly. Adam Kakambris. Michelle Johnson. Bryant Johns. Michael Robinson. Michelle Ridings. Matthew Riley. Shayna Powell. Michelle Perry. Rick Pepper. Crystal Pearson. Robert Paul. Katrina Parsons. Stephen Palazzolo. David Onesimo. Pamela O'Rourke. Peter O'Neill. John O'Neill. Andrew Mustone. Briston Murphy. Charles Mitchner. John Mizuraka. Benjamin Miller. Erin Melanson. Julie McGrain. Joseph McElhinney. Michael McCarthy. Michael Mayo. Michael Wu. Jenny Lee Wilkinson. Deborah Wynot. Matthew Weatherby. Paula Welsh. Charles Watson. Lacey Wallace. Michael Visaki. Elizabeth Vaughn. Emily Thomas. Jessica Sullivan. Andrew String. Katrina Strame. Matthew Spry. Natalie Spinos. Michelle Sordillo. Diana Solari. Colin Smorosky. Stephen Slack. Matt Seaboyer. Michael Sardella. Jessica Ryan. Jamie Ryan. Susan Roth. Lauren Romanowitz. Congratulations to all the graduates.
I want to thank all the family, friends, and faculty members that came here tonight. Before I present the gift, I want to ask us all again to bow our heads in a moment of silence for Janessa and Kristen. They both dreamed of the day that they would graduate from this school, and even though they are not here, I know that they are watching over us from above, and that they will live on in our hearts forever. We have had some of the most memorable times of our lives within these past 4 years, filled with both joy and sorrow. And when we are all going our separate ways next year, we will take the memories of North Reading High School with us wherever we may go. As we gather together as a class for what may be the last time, we would like to present to this school a welcome mat. But yes, we really did buy this time. Thank you. It's in the mail, it's coming.
Class of 2000, switch your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class graduates 2000.